Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today is the day we finish the last thing we need before we can pull the cab. Today, we're going to finish lining up that door gap on the driver's side, and then we can pull the cab, finally. Now, after we get that done, we can just do what we need to underneath, and we're kind of done with the cab modifications. So, here we go. Taking a look at the driver's side, the gap is a little better right off the bat than what we had on the passenger side. Passenger side, it was lapping right here. On this side, we at least do have a gap all the way down, so not nearly as much work. Plus, this is the second time we're doing it, so should move along pretty quickly. Just like we did on the other side, I'm going to cut a notch right down through there, push that over, weld it back in, call it a day. Going to be a quick little project today, which will be good because that'll allow me to start tearing everything apart so that next time we can get the cab up. Alright. The gap gets bad right about here, about the bottom of where the welding is. So we're going to cut that relief right about there down to about the bottom so that we can push that over to get the better gap for it. Not always that easy to see some of the things, so try and get you a closer look here. I found about the easiest way to do this is just screwdriver right there in the door jamb, twist it, or on the other side I was having a bit of a luck. Open the door up a little bit, push it in, and then kind of shut the screwdriver in there, and that would give a good pressure over. But either way, we're just pushing it over, welding it in. Give you one more close-up look here before I grind down those welds, because I'm going to pull the door off. I'm not putting it back on just to show you that the gap is better. So here's a quick peek at what the gap actually looks like. As you can see, that gap's not perfect, but it's better than it was. It doesn't flare way out, and it's a manageable gap now, I guess. It's a better way to look at it. Where before, it was pretty obvious that had been replaced. So I can live with that. Let me take that apart, we'll grind it up, and we'll be done for the day. we go. Grind it all down. Fits much better. It's hard to see, but as you can see, that goes straight now. You know, that gap follows all the way from the top down. So that's really what we were looking for. Okay, as you can probably tell from the smile on my face, we're done with the outside of the cab. So, gonna go tear everything apart. That's where we're gonna be next week, is tearing down the cab, try to get it up, and we'll see if we can't get started on the insides of those cab corners. After we get that done, other than some miscellaneous welding on the underside, I think it's seam seal it, paint it, get the firewall cleaned up, painted, get the cab back on. That's where we're heading down the road. Like always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.